Hi, lovely. Haven't been on recently. I've been having a lot of inner qualms, queries, questions about the state of the world, about what I believe, and how I want to use social media in a way that works with my heart and my mind, which is complicated. It's complicated because I'm a Gemini sun, and to me that means that I seek information. I'm a natural. My curiosity is unquenchable. I'm always going to be looking for the best way to do things, the most effective, interesting, life-changing way. And I think my friend points out to me that that's one of my gifts, that I love to learn about things. I can pass it on to other people. And the question comes up then, like, what is the best way to do things, or what is the right belief system, and what is the healthiest way to eat? All of these questions. And what I've come to a couple thoughts about this. And one is that, because none of this may be new, but it's just what I've been thinking about. One is that because we are all on different legs of our journeys and at different levels of consciousness, what is going to feel right to me and feel like the best way for me may not be where you are, and vice versa. So having that sense of compassion for others, of where we are, recognition that we don't all have to be in the same place, but that we can respect where another is. And if we were that person, the other person, we would also have the same belief system they have. Another aspect of that is, are there absolute truths? And in a way, I do believe there are absolute truths that we unfold into, and that unfold into us. And this comes up for me because I've been hearing a lot lately, because of the state of the world, state of consciousness, that people saying, no one is coming to save us. No one is coming to save us. And at my core, that just, that feels so, it's really unsettling, because what it brings up is what I think is this very Western way of thinking. And that means to me, so many of us have been conditioned into pull yourself up, save yourself, get yourself. There's only you. You can only depend on you. You've got to be the one to do the work. You've got to be the one to do this. You've got to be the one to do that. No one is going to help. And our whole school system is set up like that. Our whole social net, what's left of it, is pretty much set on that. We have so many people, the loneliness epidemic. So many of us, myself included, feel alone. Even though we may have people, we still feel alone, like it's all on me. How am I gonna deal with all of this? And so I've been questioning this, thinking about this. And what I've come to is, in one way, that thinking is correct, because no one thing, nothing is going to save you or save me. This is true. One politician, one government, one organization, none of that is going to be responsible for whatever we may consider saving is. But another way to look at that is that the meaning of it may be different. I do think it is one that is going to save us. One means changing the way we're thinking, changing the way we're being, and going back to the sense of one. Remembering we are one. We are one as a people. We are one in humanity. And by extension, coming back into one. We've been living in such a mentality of separation for so long, especially since the mid 2015, 2016, othering each other. You're wrong, I'm right, you're wrong. I mean, I did that too. I see now how that has worked against us. Because we are one people. And this also means we being one, reminding ourselves that we are one with spirit. We are one with the universe. We are one with everything that is around us. We are one with the natural world. And how have we othered that? How have we separated ourselves from that? Most of us don't get outside. Most of us are not grounding in the earth. Most of us are wearing really unnatural fabrics. All of these things that keep us separate from the natural world. Many of us are not breathing fresh air. We're inside all day. All of these things, not eating food that's actually connected to the earth. We don't know where our food comes from. We've othered animals. This has been weighing so heavy on my heart lately, because I'm ethically plant-based, meaning I'm primarily plant-based for the animals. My heart hurts so bad when I am forced to look at what kind of lives animals live in our world now, and then become food for people when we don't need to do that. It seems, it is unnecessary. And this has become such an us versus them thing too. When it's something we don't need to do to survive, but we do it anyway, and we separate ourselves from the process. I challenge people to watch documentaries on the lives of the animals that you eat, and then continue to eat them. I have my cat. I love my cat. I could never think of eating my cat. And I see the disconnect in people. They love their dogs, but there are countries that eat dogs. Why is that any different than other animals? And I grew up, my family had a meat processing plant. I participated, but in my early 20s, when I became aware of what was going on, my consciousness raised through reading, through learning, I changed. And I I've always been on the same path, but that's been most of my adult life, that I've not eaten animals. Reconnecting to that oneness of the beauty of the animal world, and that they deserve to have lives too. I think this is part of the ascension process. Moving to 5D is our awareness grows of our impact. The words the thoughts we have shape who we are. They shape our feelings, they shape our behaviors, our actions day to day. The foods we eat, those contribute to our spirit too, to our lives, to our sense of compassion for all beings, for this world, for the world we want to create, how we want to live. We have to stop labeling. And I know there will probably be people that watch this and go, but you're labeling, you're saying they're wrong. I'm not saying anybody is wrong. I'm just raising awareness. And I do have my truths. I'm not making anyone else wrong, but I am wanting people to consider their choices and really understand what's behind them. Can we live? Can we create a world of oneness? And in that oneness, that is what saves us. Counting on each other, leaning on each other, loving each other, knowing who our neighbors are, being able to sit with each other around a big fire every night, the way our ancestors did. I long for those days. And feeling good about the choices that we make, because our choices contribute to the oneness growing, the awareness of oneness, the love of oneness, the love of all the trees, the grass, the earthly mother, and all of her gifts. All of our choices either help our oneness or hinder our oneness. Every single second of our day is a choice that we make. What are the majority of your choices? Can we be saved by our oneness? I think our oneness is actually all that we really are. Let's return to it. Nourish yourselves today with love, light, and plants. Be well.